Today we have a pretty cool cut. We're actually gonna get to do a like a hybrid cut of a high taper, but like a low skin fade all the way around. It's gonna be pretty cool. Something a little different, and then we're gonna actually texturize and leave most of the length on top, but give it some texture. And she's gonna wear it nice and cropped in the front. For my first step of a skin taper, I typically like to start off with my clipper all the way closed, put my skin line in just above that arch. And I try to give that taper a bit of an arch in itself. And then I'll go ahead, open my clipper all the way up, and create a line just above that skin line, and fade my way up from there. And then from there, with this, since Brooke's hair is already pretty short, I'll take my one clip, open it all the way up, and fade my way down to get this heavier line out. And then I'll take a trimmer and take that bald line out. I'll take it a little bit more bald with this. Make it a tad bit tighter. I will turn my shaver on and take that line just below that trimmer line. So again, we're not creating more work. And then I'll use my shaver upside down if there is any extra lines in there. Any extra lines in here, I'll use my shaver upside down and I'll go against those lines to get those out. The extra heavy lines between any of this, the 1/2 guard is a secret like weapon. It pretty much will take out any of that. Sometimes I find myself relying on this guard a little too much, but it works really well. This side is done on the taper. I'm gonna just take my trimmer and just kind of clean these corners up here. But try to leave them as natural as possible, but as sharp as you can too. We're gonna do like a low taper / skin fade. What we're gonna do is, since we have some bulk on the sides, we're gonna take our 2 guard and just kind of remove most of and get started on the rest of the fade. Bringing this up a little bit and just kind of bringing it around the ear just a little bit. You want your back taper to pretty much line up with your your sideburn taper here. My next step of this, as you can see, we have the neck hair grows up this way on both sides. So for our skin taper in the back, we're gonna bring that line up. We wanna bring that line above any calyx or different types of hair growths in the back to avoid any problems with fading. And since we're doing like a hybrid between a taper and a low skin fade, we're actually going to bring this neck taper and wrap it around up to just behind the ear. tapers. We're gonna use the trimmer and then the shaver again. And get these as tight as we possibly can around the bottom. Like I said. From there, we'll take our clipper, we'll open it all the way and create a line just below the bulk line. And we'll follow it just around the ear like we have been doing. And then using the lever, we'll get this stuff out. And then from there, we'll put our one guard on. Again, start with it open and work your way around. And just start fanning it out. Just clipper over comb some of this weight here. Shear over comb, all of this. Like I said, we're just gonna give it some good texture. And I'm just gonna point cut. And just by point cutting, it'll be even, but it'll leave it choppier on the ends, so it'll interlock instead of kind of laying perfectly. To where if you lay it messy, it looks more natural. In the back, we like to leave that a little bit more full because we have some calyx back here. And if you leave some length back here, that'll create the weight to weigh calyx down, unless the client specifically asks for you to take it a little shorter, then you cut it off. But I wouldn't really recommend cutting calyx off, because what typically happens is the hair will just start to point in every which direction as it grows in, instead of being able to lay completely down with just letting it grow a little bit. And then same with the front too, we're gonna just point cut that so she can wear it with like a nice choppy bang. We'll do. Then we're gonna line what's left back here. Now what's left is to just blow dry and style mid to low heat. Mid to low speed as well. Too much heat makes it too puffy. But to create the texture, I kind of just use my fingers, use the cold shot when you feel like it's ready, and it'll lock the hair into place. Now we finish it off with a little bit of Volt's sea salt spray. And there we have it, guys. That's your hybrid of high taper mixed with a low fade and some texture up top.